Welcome to qnawire.
Hello everyone, this is the solution to chapter 24, problem 1 of college physics. So the question is asking us what happens if we vibrate a Slinky in the transverse direction. So this is now, notice, moving up and down as opposed to backwards and forwards. And so this produces a transverse wave, and we subject this wave to a wooden block that has a slot in it that is rotated at an angle of 60 degrees with respect to the horizontal. And the question is asking us that the wave that passes through, if there is any, has an amplitude of what, and in what direction is the wave that passes through vibrating. So the answer to this is pretty much already in the first couple of those experiments that are presented in the book. But basically the idea is that you have a vector that is representing your amplitude and your vibrations. And so this vector is moving up and down. And so it comes on to this wood looking like this. This is somewhat like the profile of the wave. If you were looking at it from sort of this direction, from the other side of the wood, then you would see that there is this is your plank, and your wave is vibrating up and down like this. And so the question is, what's the amplitude that makes it through this slot? And so as you would do with any other vector, you have to try and find a component of this vector on this slot's direction. And so the way you do that is you say that I have the initial amplitude, which is this, it's just given to be 20 centimeters, and the final amplitude is going to be the initial amplitude times the cosine of the angle for which I'm projecting, or for which I'm resolving this vector onto the new direction. So here we're told that this angle is 60 degrees because we know that the wave is vibrating vertically, and we know that the slot is making a 60-degree angle with the vertical. And so we just put that value in here, and we find that this gives us 10 centimeters. And now the other question is, in which direction is the wave vibrating this time? And so because this is acting much like a rope, you can look at the experiment number 3 in the very beginning of this chapter in the book, and it actually tells you that once it comes out on the other side, it's still rotating in the vertical direction. So it's still going like this, but now the amplitude is half as much of what it was before. So it's now 10 centimeters. And so the wave is still transverse in the vertical direction. So it's still vibrating vertically. So let me just write that. And so that is our answer.